Hello students, today class we are going to study about the linear or one-dimensional simple harmonic oscillator, and we are also going to study the simple harmonic oscillator model of vibration motion. The question used to come from quantum chemistry from this part. They'll ask derive the second order differential equation for simple harmonic oscillator, or else they'll ask to calculate the energy and derive the energy equation for simple harmonic oscillator. So this is the energy derivation. This is the final equation we will get from this. First, we will see what is meant by simple harmonic oscillator. A particle, when displaced from its equilibrium position, is called an oscillator. Any particle, if it is displaced from its equilibrium position, that usually called it as oscillator. If any system that is executing the simple harmonic motion, usually call it as simple harmonic oscillator. For suppose, imagine this is the system which is actually executing the simple harmonic motion. So that's why this one will be considered as a simple harmonic oscillator. So during simple harmonic motion, what is going to happen here? You can observe one thing. In the case of simple harmonic oscillator, a particle is always trying to come to at equilibrium position, that is the middle position. So that means it is subjected to a potential energy rather than kinetic energy. It tries to come to its equilibrium position. So whenever you are applying force displacement from this direction and it is coming towards opposite direction, so the force is actually works in opposite direction of the displacement. So you can notice here the force always works opposite direction to the displacement. For example, if you are applying force displacement this direction, if you displace this direction, and the force will work to the opposite direction. So that's why the equation used to write it as K equals to minus Kx. So F equals to minus Kx. That indicates what? The direction is opposite here. The displacement and force both will be works in opposite direction. And here, in the case of simple harmonic oscillator, the particle is trying to establish equilibrium always. That's why the potential energy can be considered as a major part. The potential energy equation is V equals to half Kx square. So here K is a force constant. So as we know that according to the Hooke's law, the K is actually related to the fundamental vibration of the particle, fundamental vibrational frequency of the particle. So according to Hooke's law, what is the relation between fundamental vibrational frequency and the K? That is mu naught equals to 1 by 2 pi root K upon mu. So here the term mu can be replaced with the m, that is mean by reduced mass. And this is the Hooke's law which we have studied in IR spectroscopy, right? So here from this equation we can also derive the root K value, that means only the force constant value, that can be written as mu naught 2 pi root m. So here under root m, the m is considered as a reduced mass. You can also write mu. So just on squaring on either side, you can get exactly the K force constant value as K equals to mu naught square or mu square 4 pi square m. So this is the equation. Just imagine the first can be considered as F equals to, so that is F equals to minus Kx. This is the first equation you consider. Consider this as second and consider this as a third equation. According to the quantum mechanics third postulate, we know that is Hamiltonian operator which give information about energy, that is h cap psi equals to E psi. Here we can also write this equation as h cap psi minus E psi equals to 0. And as we know the value of Hamiltonian operator h cap value, that we can substitute, that is minus h square upon 8 pi square m del square plus V. So h cap will give information about total energy, that is kinetic energy plus potential energy. Psi minus E psi equals to 0. This is the overall value of Hamiltonian operator. If we rearrange this equation as below, so you can just multiply this del square with psi, del square psi, and keep this as constant, that is minus h square upon 8 pi square m, plus multiply this V with psi and V psi, and minus E psi equals to 0. And if you are taking these terms to the another side, that you will get it as del square psi minus h square upon 8 pi square m equals to e psi. This is minus, so it will come it as plus when it moves this side, minus v psi. You can also write e minus v psi, so take it as psi as common. And we need the del square psi value, so the del square psi can be written as the term, if you take it from this side, it will get it as inverted and minus 8 pi square m upon h square e minus v psi. And you can also write the same equation as below, that is del square psi plus 8 pi square m upon h square e minus v psi equals to 0. This derivation we have already studied in the derivation of Schrodinger wave equation, right? So just here we want to, in the simple harmonic oscillator, we want to consider the harmonic oscillator motion in only one direction. That's why we can replace the del square psi, the Laplacian operator, as only dou square psi upon dou x square. Why? Because we are considering the oscillation is happening only on x direction. So I can just replace this term del square as dou square psi upon dou x square plus 8 pi square m upon h square e minus v psi equals to 0. So consider this is equation 4. Now we have already derived the equation 2 value, as we have already derived the equation 2. So what is the equation 2? That is v equals to half kx square. So here we are going to substitute the equation 2 value in the equation 4. What is the equation 4? This is our equation 4, that is dou square psi upon dou x square plus 8 pi square m upon h square e minus v psi equals to 0. If we substitute that value in the 4, so you will get, so here the v can be substituted as half kx square. See here, the value v is substituting here as half kx square. You will get the number equation 5. And also we have already derived the k value, right, in the equation 3. So equation 3 we have derived the k value. What is the k value we have derived here? That is v square 4 pi square m, right? That is equation 3. If we substitute that equation 3 value in the equation 5, that means instead of k we are going to substitute that value. What is that value? 4 pi square mv square. You will get this equation. And if you are cross multiplying, here you can see, so the 2 will get cancelled. Anyway, you will get ultimate value 8 multiplied with 2, same. The remaining everything is same. Here you have to notice, instead of k we are going to substitute the equation 3 value, that is 4 pi square mv square. If you multiply this term with the entire term, you will get this one. And here individually we are multiplying 8 pi square mh square with e and as well this one. So here, if you notice here, this entire term is become a constant, right? It will not change. Here 8 pi, m value, e value, h value, all are constants. So you can replace the entire term with alpha and this entire term with, rather than 16, here we have to notice that is 4 pi to the power of 4 mv can be considered as beta. So you can also write it as the entire term, we can replace it as beta square and this can be replaced it as alpha, right? So you can notice the dou square psi upon dou x square as it is we are writing, and this entire terminology we are replacing it as alpha. Alpha nothing but 8 pi square ma upon h square. And here we are going to replace this entire term as beta square x square, right? Psi equals to 0. This is actually our differential equation for simple harmonic oscillator, where we know that alpha beta values, right? So for further extension, if they are asking, suppose calculate the energy for simple harmonic oscillator, how to derive? See here, if you are divide the alpha value with beta, so alpha upon beta, that means equation 6 upon equation 7, you will get this value, that is 2e upon hp. And as we already know that Hermite equation and its solution gives that alpha upon beta equals to 2n plus 1. We can compare here, right? Alpha upon beta equals to 2e upon h nu according to equation number 9. And according to equation number 10, alpha upon beta equals to 2n plus 1. If you compare these 9 and 10 equations, so what you will get? That is, if you compare this 9 and 10, That means 2e upon h nu will become equals to 2n plus 1, right? So you will get this one. From this equation, you will get the E value as n plus of h nu. That means the total energy for simple harmonic oscillator will be always the integrals of the half h nu. This is the 0 point energy. As n value gradually increases, you can notice here in this diagram, as n value is increases from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, the energy also increases regularly. This is the final equation for the simple harmonic oscillator energy. So thank you for watching this video.